Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. If you want to hang out some more, you can always subscribe down below. So, another day, another blizzard. See that snow? Hold on. It's March 21st. So, today, I am off from work, so. Snow days aren't the same when you're a kid because I get paid hourly, so even though it's so nice and relaxing, I'm also not being paid, so it's like, really throws off my game. But I'm just going to do my favorite drugstore products for dry skin. Now, I don't really have I'm not like a super skincare expert, but I have extremely dry hair, I have dry skin, dry lips. I call myself a dragon. Daenerys, get on my back, let's go. I'm a freaking dragon. So my skin is so painfully dry and I'm always combating that, but these are my favorite, not so expensive drugstore products to combat your dry skin. One thing that I actually really like is the Physicians Formula Argan Oil, Argan Wear. Now they came out with a couple more oils that I am so interested in trying. This is like their first one. It's very, very heavy, so you want to use it with a light hand, but this, it feels very thick on the skin, but it feels nourishing. You feel like your skin is coming to life. What I also like is that it has a little dropper. So I've only used the Jersey Marin Light Argan Oil. I haven't used the regular. I feel like the new Tropically one is like the light one, but I really like this to mix with foundations. Like a drop or two, it really breaks it up from not being so heavy and makes it a lot more dewy and luminous on my skin. It makes them just a lot more wearable for someone with skin like myself. And this runs around $13.99. Ooh, I'm realizing a lot of my products are by Physicians Formula, but one is the Physicians Formula The Healthy Wear Foundation. This can get ugly really fast. I have made my face look dry and cakey with this. This is a foundation. It's gonna get heavy if you use too much. It comes with the big dropper foundation there. Use it sparingly. Now I know a lot of times we just wanna go full to the max coverage, but unfortunately you can't do that or else this is gonna look cakey. But a light layer of this on your skin will give you some decent coverage and it just looks pretty. I love the way it looks. It's very natural. It's a drugstore foundation that's not gonna cake up my skin if I use it sparingly, ladies and gentlemen. But it says SPF 20 in it. And I feel like in terms of it says it has a brightening complex, but in terms of trying to keep down that dry skin look, this is helpful. My third and I believe last Physicians Formula product is the Physicians Formula Insta Ready Full Coverage Concealer. Now, I am still looking for a holy grail, very dewy concealer. However, in terms of what I have tried so far, I actually really like this because it is super full coverage. It reminds me a lot of the MAC Studio Fix Concealer, but it is much dewier. It comes in 3 shades. That sucks. Absolutely horrible. Unacceptable. But when you pump it, a lot comes out. If you dot it underneath and blend it in, it is beautiful and it has almost, when you put it on your skin, it has almost a wet look a little bit to it. You bop it on in under your eyes, it can give you a beautiful dewy effect. Something I recently talked about, but the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Dewy Face Primer. This is beautiful. It is a beautiful pearlescent primer that just brings so much life to your skin. I hate being dry so bad, and it's so hard for me to make my foundation look pretty, and this really helps it. Like, I've showed it before, but you just dot it on and you blend it in. And it just brings a life. Like, don't mind my eyeliner swatch, but it just brings life to your skin, your dull ass skin. I really like it because this is like $4.99. Another product that I don't think gets enough recognition on YouTube, and I know a lot of people really talked about the CoverGirl BB cream, and I was gonna go get it the other day, but then it says for oily skin, but I actually really like the Maybelline Dream Fresh BB, the Dream Fresh BB Beauty Balm. It is an 8-in-1 skin protector with SPF 30 sunscreen. It took me so long, like only till a little bit ago, to realize I don't need a full coverage foundation to look pretty. And I have flaws in my skin. I have acne scars, like Let me show you guys. See, there's texture on my skin. Where's my acne scars? I have like pock marks in my skin because I was like, I still love popping pimples, but when I was in 6th grade, I had like all these giant, really bad acne, cystic pimples, and I would just pop them and play with them and pick the scab and pick the scab. And 27-year-old Meg wants to punch like 10, 11-year-old Meg in the face because now I have deep set scarring in my face because of that. But I do have redness to my skin and I do have dryness to my skin, but this doesn't cover all of that. But what it does is it puts a nice, it's almost like putting a nice little filter on your skin, because it took me way too long to realize that cakey, heavy, dry looking makeup is 10 times uglier than a little bit of redness poking out or a little bit of your natural texture poking out. Like, don't get me wrong, I love that full coverage, smacked all over my face look, beat to death. But in terms of like just wanting to look like slightly pretty and normal, a BB cream is the way to go for me. Especially someone with dry skin. If you have really oily skin, this might not be the way to go, but I think that really heavy coverage foundation can look way worse than a light coverage foundation. Like, of course, I want to look like a porcelain doll and glow to the gods and have no flaw on my face, but a BB cream looks luminous and dewy, and it puts like a nice tint on my face, and it just gives me a very radiant lit from within look, as opposed to like I am covering something and you can totally tell I'm unnatural. And guys, I wear like blue eyeshadow and green eyeshadow. Of course I don't want to always look natural, but sometimes this is just the best product to make my skin look good. Now, in terms of putting on foundation, I have tried brushes, and I like certain brushes and I like certain things, but to me, when you have dry skin, there is no better way to put your foundation on than a sponge. This is the EcoTools sponge. I really like this one. Of course, I love the Real Technique sponge, but this one's like starting to split and stuff like that. And I know it's like disgusting because I just used it, but a brush to me really shows dry patches because it shows strokes. You have to take forever to blend it in. A lot of product gets soaked up. This, when it's wet, you're kind of like bringing a luminance to your face when you're dotting it all over your face. This sucks up the SX product to prevent you from looking dry, as well as has that little bit of a wet factor to put on your face so that you look lit from within as opposed to a dry cakey mess. So I definitely prefer a sponge over a brush. Another product that I think is great for dry skin is I can have a lot of texture and dry issues with a powder highlighter. I love them, don't get me wrong, and I will wear them every single freaking day, but the ColourPop highlighters give a beautiful natural look. Now this one doesn't even look natural. This is in Flexitarian. It's insane, like the way it shines. Like, let me just show you. This highlighter is absolutely insane. However, blend it out and on the skin, it looks extremely natural. And it does not, when you take it, the way I like to do it is to take a wet sponge, beauty sponge, dip it in, and then do it on my cheekbones. I feel like that just gives, I know I keep saying it, but the lit from within look without bringing texture and dryness. And I get flakes on my face. My boyfriend is so annoying. He'll be like, you have something on your face. I'm like, what is it? And I'll like touch it and I'm like, oh, it's a flake of skin. Get over it, okay? But to use a sponge and a ColourPop highlighter, or kind of a lot of other cream products, but the ColourPop highlighter and Flexitarian, as well as a couple. I'm wearing a ColourPop highlighter today, but I also have a regular highlighter on top of it, to just dot it in and go like this. Now, I'm gonna say, unless you like really want to build it up and then it looks really cakey, you're not gonna glow to the gods, but in terms of like a very natural, dewy look, a layer of this is perfect on the face. You guys hear me talk about this all the freaking time, but just my cocoa butter lip balm. This is like $1.99 at CVS. It's basically just a stick of pure cocoa butter. It's greasy. It can probably turn some people off, but layering this on my lips and going to sleep is like a treatment. I got the Laneige lip sleep treatment mask for nighttime, and I still get dry lips, and I feel like this is just such a beautiful, natural way to get super hydrated, plump lips, because first of all, it's $1.99 of just pure cocoa butter. It smells amazing, it works amazing, and it doesn't have like a really flavoring or a scent or a chemical to it that burns my lips. And when you have extremely dry, cracked lips that are almost to the point that they're scaly and bloody, the last thing you want is something that's going to burn them, which is why this cocoa butter is amazing. This product is completely empty. I have another one in my shower, but this is the, don't mind it like all gross and empty, the Freeman's Feeling Beautiful Polishing Charcoal Black Sugar Gel Mask and Scrub. Now this tastes like black licorice, gross. However, when you have super dry skin, you get those really dry patches. You get those really heavy patches of skin that just nothing about it looks pretty. I find that this is not too intense, that you can use it as a face mask and it starts to warm up, but you can also just exfoliate your skin with it and it's going to take those patches off for you. So it takes off that first layer of just gross dry skin and you get down to the under layer of just like the more smooth but still dry skin. I just like this to take off that layer that feels old, it feels cakey, it feels cracked up. This is perfect for that. And also it's like $2.99 or $3.99 at the drugstore. In terms of taking off my makeup, nothing to me is better than a cleansing oil. And I love the Burt's Bees cleansing oil with coconut and argan oils for normal to dry skin. Why do I love this? Because taking off your makeup can feel like the most stripping experience for someone with dry skin. Bar soaps, face washes, very scented face washes, everything like that can just make it, like as soon as I take my makeup off, I have to run to put moisturizer on my skin and then it burns because it just pulls any moisture I ever wanted to keep in my skin. It just sucks it right out and makes it feel horrible. I hate when my skin feels tight, like it's gonna crack, and that is what bar soaps and taking off my makeup has been. Like I just got used to it being that way until I found cleansing oils. This Burt's Bees the Burt's Bees one, and I have tried another couple of them, but this one's my favorite. Feels like you're nourishing your skin while you take your makeup off. First of all, it takes your makeup off amazingly. It just strips all the makeup off your eyes and everything like that. But you're also putting an oil on your skin, so it feels good. It feels moisturizing. It feels like you are adding something to your skin and not detracting it. Now you wash it off and you go and put your moisturizer on, but it's not like a mad dash to my moisturizer now. Of course I do it, it's part of my routine, and I will feel like I need it on my skin, but when I use a cleansing oil, I'm not running to my moisturizer begging, please get on my skin and make me feel like I'm not gonna crack off and the Kraken's gonna come out of me. Cleansing oils are so underrated. Get yourself one if you have dry skin. And last but not least, I not only have dry lips and dry skin, but I have extremely dry hair. And one of my favorite hair products is the Redken Extreme Anti-Snap. I put this in when my hair is damp. It smells like Fruit Loops, but I love the way this makes my hair not feel so dry. And I have split ends. I do heat to my hair, and I only cut my hair like twice a year. So this helps like definitely between cuts for my hair to not feel so disgusting. It's very dry, just to like run this through like a pea-sized amount on both sides. Brush it through with my wet brush. It definitely feels like it's bringing back a little bit of life, a little bit of moisture, and my split ends don't feel so gross and coarse anymore. Instead of having super coarse hair, this helps it feel more silky smooth at the bottom, and I love it for that. So this is great for dry hair. Now, I am always on the hunt. I love purchasing products for my dry skin, but those are some of my favorites from the drugstore that I love to use on my skin and help me feel like a little more of a normal human being as opposed to, like I said, Daenerys' dragon. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. Enjoy your snow day. Have a fabulous day. Bye.